Ever get the feeling you're hearing things but not really listening?
Oh yeah, all the time. I think we all do.
Yeah. Explore what it means to truly listen
Love it.
without all the filters and the screens that our minds kind of throw up.
Right.
And we're going to look at J. Krishnamurti's The Book of Life.
Okay.
He talks about this concept of screens and how they prevent us from really seeing the world.
Screens. Yeah, that's a great metaphor, I think.
Yeah.
When he says screens, it makes you think of like your phone or
Right.
your computer.
Exactly, but it's more than that, isn't it?
It's so much more than that. It's like
These mental screens.
it's the desires and the fears and all of the stuff that we bring to like every interaction.
Yeah, and all the preconceived notions.
Over that, yeah.
Like, we already know what we think before we even hear what the other person has to say.
Exactly. And it's like we're watching a movie, but we've already decided how it ends.
Yeah, and what we think of the characters.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
And so we're not really open to, like, hearing the story as it unfolds.
Right. We miss so much when
Right.
we do that.
Totally.
And Krishnamurti, he uses all these everyday examples like the sounds of the street,
Right.
the birds chirping the voice of someone you love.
Yeah, just those everyday things.
Yeah, and he's showing how often we're just not present for them.
Yeah.
Our mind is off somewhere else.
Yeah, we're thinking about what we're going to say next.
Exactly.
What we're having for dinner.
Yeah, are we late for that thing? Or, and just anything but what's actually happening right now.
Yeah, I was in a meeting the other day, and I was so busy thinking about my response to what my colleague was saying
Right.
that I totally missed this crucial point that they made.
Oh, wow.
And it just made me realize, like, wow, these screens are really impacting me, even in my work.
Absolutely. And that's, I think, what Krishnamurti is trying to get us to see. Like,
Right.
these screens, they prevent us from really experiencing the world as it is.
Yeah, and even ask this question,
Uh-huh.
is there any other form of listening?
Whoa.
Like, besides filtering everything through our own desires and fears?
Yeah, can we put those aside even for a minute?
Yeah, is that even possible?
Right, it's such a good question.
It's a tough one.
It's a challenge, I think.
Yeah.
But, I think Krishnamurti offers some strategies like mindfulness,
Right.
becoming more aware of that inner voice, the one that's always.
Yeah, that chatter.
Yeah,
the
that's
constant chatter.
Yeah, and once you become aware of it, you can start to see how it's distorting your perception.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So even if we can't, like, totally get rid of these screens,
Uh-huh.
just being aware of them
Yeah.
helps us be more discerning.
Right. It helps you to know, like, okay, is this my stuff or is this what's actually happening?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And think about the benefits, like deeper understanding, better relationships, less
So
conflict.
Less conflict, that would be great.
Yeah. Can you imagine being able to really listen to someone's perspective
Without judging.
without judging? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or getting defensive.
Yeah.
Just really hearing them.
Yeah, it's like seeing the full picture.
Totally.
Instead of just this blurry...
It's like going from a blurry image to high def.
Right, exactly. You see all the nuances and the complexities.
Yeah. And the beauty of it all.
Yeah, so Krishnamurti's question,
Uh-huh.
is there any other form of listening?
Right.
It's really meant to make us think.
Right. It's not about finding the right answer. It's about looking at our own experiences and seeing how do we listen?
Yeah.
What are our screens?
Yeah, when have you felt truly heard?
Yeah.
Like, what made that experience different?
Was it something the other person did or was it something you did? Was it a shit in your own way of listening?
That's a good question.
Yeah. And, I think we can keep exploring this long after this deep dive is over. Like, as you go about your day, just pay attention to how you listen.
Yeah?
What filters are you bringing to your interactions?
Yeah, what would it be like to just set them aside?
Yeah, even for a moment.
Yeah. It's a challenge, but it's worth it, don't you think?
It's so worth it because the rewards of true listening are immeasurable.
Yeah.
Deeper connections, personal growth.
Yeah.
It changes everything. So, yeah, it's worth the effort.
Definitely worth the effort.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah. This was a good one.
Yeah, definitely a lot to think about.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See you later. Bye.